Got my morning coffee. Let's talk some stocks. Let's get into it. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. I hope you're all doing well. It is Monday morning here, just after 10:30 in the morning on the 17th of August, 2020. So guys, last week on Friday, I increased my position in only two companies last week because I just felt, with all this volatility going around at the moment, finding and picking stocks that are going to do well in this market is quite tricky. But you obviously have to make your own assessments. You've got to check up on the dividends. You've got to check up on the earnings. You've got to check up on the dividend yield. There's a whole range of things that you guys need to check to make sure that where you put your money, it's going to be safe and secure. I know that in my dividend portfolio, there has been a couple of companies that have cut their dividend. So I'll go over those and I'll show up my dividend tracker on the app, which is amazing. They've made a huge range of changes, which is great. So yeah, I only made two purchases last week on Friday. So I deposited, so I got 101 USD. I did have some dividends, actually, I will go through as well, which I reinvested into these companies. So I only purchased two companies last week on Friday. So I'll go through those with you now and check them out. Cool. All right. So the first one, I only bought two last week, as mentioned before. I invested into SPHD. That's ticker symbol SPHD. This is an ETF, and which spreads your money across the top 500 companies in the USA, which is pretty good considering the fact that there's so much volatility going around everywhere at the moment. Things are pretty risky. And again, they're a monthly dividend payer, which is fantastic. Their dividend yield is currently sitting at 5.34%. 5.434%, sorry, and it's in that mid-range, so it's not too high and it's not too low. They are a monthly payer, which is fantastic, and I think I'm due for one of their dividends coming up, which is great. So my position now is sitting at 16.53 shares of SPHD. I've been investing in this company since obviously I started in September 2019, so been investing heavily into this one. So effective on Friday last week, I purchased just under 1.5 shares of SPHD. The effective price at the time was $34.53. That's my purchase price. And again, I split up that $101, and obviously with the reinvested dividends, I got $51.70, and I split that up into two companies. So that got me SPHD. And that was just over nearly just under 1.5 shares. So I'm currently sitting at 16.53 shares of SPHD, which is the low volatility, high dividend ETF. So that's a good one, guys. If you're interested in that one, check it out. Do your research, and let's move on to the next company that I purchased last week on Friday. All right, guys. So the next one is VOO, ticker symbol VOO. This is the S&P 500 index fund. I believe heavily investing in index funds because you're diversifying your portfolio, and you're not guaranteed, but you've got a really good chance of outperforming some of these managed funds and whatnot. Doing my research and looking at guys like Warren Buffett, he made a bet against these managed funds that he could outperform them just by simply investing into an index fund such as VOO, which is pretty cool. And he ended up winning that bet. He put $1 million on the table that he would outperform them. He ended up making 10% returns every year on his money for that period of time, which is amazing. So yeah, VOO, you can't really go wrong with this. If you put your money in here and just let it sit there, it'll just grow over time. There is another one that I'm interested in, which is VYM, which is the dividend yield, high dividend yield paying one, which is also one I'm going to be looking into in the next couple of weeks. So VOO. So I'm currently sitting at 0.64 shares of VOO. This is an expensive index fund to buy, just because it's $309 US, which is roughly 500 Australian. Excuse me, morning coffee. So yeah, to buy a couple of shares of this, you need to invest like $10,000 or $15,000 into this, which I think is good. You'd make a good solid return if you hold on to them for a long period of time, which I will do when I can. So I deposited $51.70 into VOO. That got me 0.16 fractions of a share, which is good. Now that again increased my position because I was sitting at around that 0.4 mark. So I'm now sitting at 0.6451 fractions of a share, and that is fantastic. And now on the day, obviously on Friday, I made a 9 cents return, and in total I've made $14.79 in total since I started investing in this index fund. So that's good. So yeah, they're the only two. So SPHD and VOO last week. And so what I wanted to also show you guys is the dividends that I received, which is fantastic. And that allowed me to increase my reinvestment. So I'll go through those dividends that I was paid out, and I'll go through my Div Tracker app so you guys can see my upcoming dividends and the companies that are paying in the next couple of days. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, guys, so stick around. All right, guys, so welcome back to my stake account. You can see that it's currently sitting at $5,686.76 USD. Now, that is awesome. It's probably sitting around that $8,000 mark almost, which is great. I'm down on the day $5.23. That was as at Friday last week. And in total, I'm up $239.23, which is fantastic. And what I wanted to show you guys next is the dividends that I was paid the last couple of weeks, which is fantastic, and it allowed me to reinvest those dividends. So let's go and have a look at this. Let's go into activity. So we'll scroll down and we'll start here the 4th of August. So that was CVS Health. I was paid 8 cents and I was taxed 1 cent. AT&T 66 cents and I was taxed 10 cents. VCLT, that is the long-term bonds that pays every month. I got paid 37 cents of that and I was taxed 6 cents. TLT 2 cents. TLT tax dividend, I'm not sure what went on there. GoPro, that was from somebody signing up using my code, so thank you very much. I'm not sure what that person got. AXP is American Express. I was paid 4 cents, taxed 1 cent. AGNC, I was paid $1.54 and taxed 23 cents. Apple, Apple iPhones. I was paid a dividend of 8 cents and I was taxed 1 cent. And this is my deposit, as I was mentioning before, of $101.03. So obviously with those dividends back down here, I was able to reinvest that into these two companies, which was SPHD and VOO. All right, guys, so they're the dividends that have come in so far, which are great. And let's move on to the Div Tracker. All right, guys, so this is my dividend tracker. I highly recommend this app, and they keep making improvements, which is awesome. So now it actually allows you to see your dividend income in Australian dollars. Mine is currently sitting at per year $438.41. That's roughly $36.53 a month, and daily $1.20 a day, and the yield is currently sitting at 5.79%. Now this is pretty cool. So today's dividends is from Stag at $1.42. 2 days left is Energy Transfer, ticker symbol ET. The next one is Illyrian MLP. That is 3 days. That's 25 cents. Caterpillar 28 cents. That's 3 days till that one. PSEC. Now this is going to be a big one for me. Is $8.17, and there's 3 days left for that one. And, when I do get this, I'll be able to reinvest those dividends. So I'm due for $8.17 of PSEC. That's going to be awesome. That's in 3 days. Starbucks, 46 cents. That's due in 4 days. British American Tobacco, 26 cents. That's due in 7. Royal Bank of Canada, 15 cents in 7 days. Peak Health Properties, 14 cents in 8 days. Westrock, in 7 cents in 8 days. Shore Communications, 6 cents in 11 days. Oxford Square Capital, due for 31 cents in 14 days. Pfizer is due in 15 days. That's going to be 29 cents, sorry. And Wells Fargo, 3 cents, 15 days left for that one, and so on and so on. So it's a great app, which is fantastic. And Exxon Mobil, look at that one. In 24 days, $9.56. That is incredible. So you can see that's a really high dividend yield there, $1.21 per share. That's awesome. Didn't even see that until now. All right, so let's go back. And you can see my top dividend payers. PSEC is still at the top there. Realty at $53.29. SPHD is $41.48. XOM Mobil at $38.27. AGNC at $25.70. Main Street Capital at $20.44. Philip Morris at $19.28. And Stag at $17.07. PBA, Pembina Pipeline Corporation, that's at $13.59. Gain, Gladstone Investment Corporation, $11.66. AT&T, $9.19. MO, Altria Group at $7.29. And VCLT, that's the Vanguard Long-Term Corporate Bond ETF, that is at $6.15. This is what gets paid out per year, by the way. That'd be fantastic if that was paid out every quarter and every month, wouldn't it? But we'll get to there. We'll get there. All right, so this is a little 44% of my goal is reached. That is $1,000 a year. So that's fantastic. So that's my goal for this year, which is not too far away. So I'll just have to keep smashing the investment. So I did make a deposit today, actually, of $160 Australian. So those funds are in flight to purchase tonight. So I'll be able to do another video midweek. What have we got here? 55.96% of your is from finance companies. This is new. This is fantastic. Check that out. So $245.36 are from finance. Miscellaneous is $59.51. Energy minerals, $45.01. Consumer non-durables, $32.14. Industrial is $19.16. These ones are all the same. Communications, $13.46. What else have we got here? Health technology, $8. And it's pretty tricky to get those ones. But anyway, so here you go. This is all a breakdown. AGNC Investment Corp. This is all the finance sector, which is cool. Check that out. Great way to check up and keep an eye on everything. And confirmed dividends is $23.37 this month. So that's great. All right, guys. So thanks for sticking around and checking out my portfolio and my dividend tracker here. So this is pretty cool. You can see here. And actually, this is one thing I wanted to go through. So if you go through here quickly, you can see that Walt Disney has suspended their dividend. EPR Properties has suspended their dividend. GPS Gap has suspended their dividend. Let's have a look and see if anyone else has actually suspended their dividend. I don't think so. No, they haven't, which is good. All right, so it's only those three companies. All right, guys, so thanks very much for sticking around. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and keep investing and building those dividends so you guys can live free and be healthy. All right, guys, so take care. All the best. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps the algorithm. And I would love to keep sharing my portfolio, and I'd love to hear your comments as well and how you guys are going on these as well. All right, guys, so take care. All the best. Cheers.